Today's social media segment is brought to you by St. Martin and Bourke. Know your rights.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. The Houma-Terrebonne Community Band has been around for 41 years. It's been a staple of our community, and they'll be celebrating their 41st anniversary with a concert, and it'll be at the Regional Military Museum. That'll be on Sunday, April 6th at 3 p.m. Everybody knows where the museum is over there on Barrow Street. Here to talk more about it, Denise Lecomte. She's the chair of the community band. So
Yes, sir.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
41 years, huh? It's kind of amazing when you think of that.
Yeah, I'm only 45, so like I was 4, almost 5.
And really, and look, we've had bands here for a long time. I remember, my mom and dad going to hear a community band. So we've had that, but this edition of the, where they brought it back together, 41 years. So tell me about the history of it, and do you guys talk about the history of the band that way?
Sometimes, like last year for our 40th, we kind of, we had one of the first conductors was with us, and we had a charter member that was still playing. And so, sometimes they'll bring that into a concert, or they'll mention something about, this was the first piece we ever played, and it's America the Beautiful by Carmen Dragon, which they didn't tell me that before we planned the concert, so we played that in the patriotic concert, and it worked out.
Sure.
So, but yeah, as a matter of fact, we buried one of our charter members today, Mr. Don Rhodes. So we're going to do the concert in his memory, in his honor this year, now that he's passed, because he played with us quite a long time.
Yeah, and that is part of our community, part of our past. When you start talking about, the community bands, that is one of the things that's why we got to hold on to it, make it precious, right?
Absolutely.
Because it is one of those things that kind of goes away if people don't take the time to do it.
Yeah, I mean, we look for people in their 20s and 30s that have that commitment, that have that passion and want to play and want to continue playing music. I mean, I've been in it since '03, so that's 22 years for me, So, we're trying to bring that age group in, so when our older members that are in their 70s and approaching their 80s, we're on our third generation now.
Right.
So, but our original chairman, Miss Regina Babin, she's still playing. She's back with us. She took a little hiatus to take care of some family, and now she's back.
Yeah.
So, but to keep it going, like we were joking that, we're going to have our 50th in 9 years. And I went, oh my goodness, like that's a big thing.
Sure.
But we have to keep the younger, and I say younger people like I'm 45, right? But we got to keep the ones in their 20s and 30s involved and playing, so they're there when our 70 and 80-year-olds have to bow out because of death or health issues. So that's what we strive to do.
Sure.
And the more we become visible, the more people that were in band and in high school in their 30s, now that their kids are a little older, can go, I can go do that now.
Right.
So, that's how we keep it going.
We need to teach those kids that it comes from a musical instrument, not your iPad, right?
Correct.
Or your iPhone.
There's somebody actually playing that.
Yeah. So, but you guys have done, so y'all do usually once a quarter, right?
Yes, we do 4 concerts a year.
And tell me about this one, and no theme. The theme is the anniversary, right?
Yes.
So, but
Yes. This one, like some of the others, the patriotic or the pops, we kind of focus on one thing. Well, this is kind of a broader spectrum of more, I'm not going to say classical, but, the type of repertoire you'd have played in a high school band for an assessment or a festival or whatever. So, we're doing a John Philip Sousa march. We're doing a John Williams tune, a medley of tunes. But we're doing highlights from Wicked and things like that. So it's kind of a broad spectrum of different kinds of music to kind of lighten it up. We're doing a Robert Sheldon piece called Shenandoah, about the Shenandoah Valley. So, it's a broad spectrum of different kinds of things, not just the fun pops or the fun Christmas stuff.
well, which I also think is interesting for a viewer or a listener or somebody who's participating. It's not the same, which,
Yes.
and I mean, and those have their place. But what I'm saying, it gets you guys a little chance to spread your wings a little bit creatively and for the audience as well.
Absolutely.
So, again, the museum, I know it's been a popular place for you guys. There are some challenges, I'm sure, with the logistics a little bit.
Not really. I mean,
sounds good.
they welcome us with open arms. Depending on what we play, the room can be a little what we call hot, where it echoes. But we warn our musicians of that beforehand, so we're kind of aware of it. Now, most of the people that we have playing with us have played in that room. So, we kind of changed it up. We were facing one way, and now we're facing another way. So we kind of like it better that way. But
No, and it's like I say, it's been a popular spot for you guys.
It has.
And it's a great place. Everybody knows where to go. Marita Petrie and Matthew Duplantis, they'll be your conductors.
Yes, sir.
Will you hear anything different with different conductors? Or anything?
To me, their styles are different, but every conductor is different, and the songs they pick are different. So they each bring a different feel to how we play. So. Or what they choose, not so much how we play it, but what they choose. So it makes a difference.
Yeah.
So we like that change. It's it's an adjustment for us too.
And I think creatively, you want to be able to play different stuff, different sounds, different things like that. Again, 41st annual concert for the Houma-Terrebonne Community Band. It'll be at the Military Museum. That's going to be at 3 p.m. How do you get tickets?
We don't do tickets. It's a $10 admission donation. If you don't have cash, we do a PayPal available. And so just
come on out.
Just come on out. Bring a friend.
All right, Denise, thank you so much. We appreciate
Thank you.
it. All right, we'll be right back with more Bite Time right after this.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.